Hoskinson from Gen 2 Garage. We're out here at Holley LS Fest East at Bowling Green, here at the beautiful Beach Bend Raceway. This year is our first time being here, and what a wild event, man. This is crazy. You got drifting, drag racing, autocross, off-roading. Like, there's no downtime. There's something to be doing all the time, and it's just a blast. So it's super different for us. We come from a no prep background where things are kind of moving a little slower, but man, we're having a great time out here. We brought my 1961 Ford Falcon and my 93 OBS Chevy pickup truck out here. We're running the no time 10K shootout in the Falcon, and we're in the drag and drive class in the truck. So this is our 1961 Ford Falcon. This car is pretty fast. It's been high fours in the 8th, and I haven't run it quarter yet, but I want to. I plan on trying it out. But this thing really got my feet wet into just drag racing and driving a car. Got a Mike Lau 388 Power Glide and a 370 8.8 rear end. So super simple setup, but it's hard to find something this kind of setup in this kind of a car. So I really liked the Holley stuff. Like I said, this car is on a Dominator. What I love about the Holley is we have plenty of inputs and outputs to run all the sensors for this car. We have all the data in the world that we could ever need, from drive shafts for our drive shaft RPM for our traction control to shock sensors all the way around it. We even have converter charge pressure, intake air temp. We've got a little bit of everything going on here. So this is our power plant here. We have a Mike Lau 388. As you can see, we have the beautiful Holley intake on top, Holley fuel rails, 16 injectors. So that's something a little different about this car, is we are able to run 16 injectors. We're running Bosch 210s. Very reliable setup that we've got going on here. We've also got our Precision Twin 76s, very great turbos. This thing is just a workhorse, man. Like, I've probably put hundreds of passes, and I honestly, most of the time, I don't even take the hood off after a pass. I put fuel in it, put the battery charger on it, take it right back up to the lane. Sometimes I drain the catch can. It's the most reliable thing I've ever owned in this thing. So as you can see inside the car, all the original interiors in here. It's what I love about it. I love blue interior, the 200-pound steel dash from 1961. But as you can see, we have the tried and true Holley dash in here. We also have our Hurst shifter. Like I said, it's a Power Glide. The Holley actually controls our air shifter on point every time. As you can see, we're trying to take safety more serious this weekend. It's a really good racetrack out here. We don't do a lot of radial stuff, but this weekend we are. So we're going really fast. So we've been upping our safety. So we got our new Simpson helmet, but we got the race equipped suit and pants. We got to have all the layers for the methanol that we pump through this thing. So as you can see, there's some remnants from some of the other two owners back when it was a lowrider. There's like some old Flowmaster and B&M stickers, and I don't know, this car can tell so many stories, and I don't know, it's just got so many neat things to it. It's why I love it so much. So this is my home-built hot rod sitting right here, this old pick-em-up truck. So like I said, I got really into tuning and driving, but what else was I lacking? I didn't understand how to wrench. Didn't know what a wrench was. And that bothered me. What I don't know bothers me, you know what I mean? I want to learn how to do it all. So I bought this truck for $1,200 bucks. We're from Columbus, Ohio, where we're right in the Rust Belt. This thing had no cap corners, no rockers, had decent frame rails, so it was good enough to build with, but I probably spent 3 months just wire wheeling the frame on this truck just to get all the rust off of it. I had everybody in my family tell me to scrap it. That thing's a pile of crap. But now that it's all done, I'm very proud of it. I took every nut and bolt off of this truck and put it all back together. And it took me 3 or 4 years, you know what I mean? It took me a while, I learned a lot, but I didn't rush it. And I also wasn't scared to mess things up, you know what I mean? It's a really rough around the edges truck. So I wasn't scared to scratch it, or, oh, I messed this up, gotta redo it, gotta re-weld it. There's a lot of that, and I didn't feel bad about it, you know what I mean? This was just a project to dive in, make mistakes, and learn, and so that's what I did. So I started on this car with the Dominator, and that's what I was comfortable with. So I put a Dominator in this thing. I got this thing, I'd never wired anything in my life, okay? Scared to death to wire this thing. I had a month before sick week to wire it. I ordered all the stuff from Holley, the harness, the Dominator. Holley harness for the LS was super, everything just plugs in. You can't mess it up because it only goes one way. And I didn't realize like how simple it was to just plug everything in and hell, hook up a battery, and I had it running in like a week. Like it was so easy, and I didn't know anything, you know what I mean? So if I can do it, I feel like anybody can do it. The special thing about this truck, if you want to come to the back, is where the party is. So in the bed, we got a little crazy. Being a full-size truck, your wheelbase is working against you, and your front to rear weight percentage is working against you. Now, we come from a no prep background where traction is very limited, and track prep is very limited. So we do everything we can to set our cars up to be as heavy on the rear as possible, so we don't have to add a bunch of weight ballast, because I'm already heavy being a full-size truck. If I can get it to 53 on the rear without ballast, my overall weight can be lighter. So we decided to put the turbos all the way in the bed because we had plenty of room. These are actually oilless turbos. They're set twin 76s, so got a little hard to spool. So we hooked up a nitrous kit to it, and now it acts like a 427. So it's like 427 in a bottle. We use the Holley to control our nitrous solenoids, the boost solenoids. Everything works together, meshes together, and this thing works flawlessly. So far, we got a personal best 60 foot this weekend, 143. That's like 9 pounds of boost and 100 shots. So it takes a lot to get this heavy thing moving, but man, it's just a blast. And I love when kids come up and just, they see the turbos in the bed and they don't even know what to think. It looks like a rocket. Like, it just looks ridiculous. We also have a Holley dash in this thing. It has everything I need on the dash between fuel pressure, air fuel. I even have a speedo. The GPS goes on the dash. That was super nice because I wasn't gonna figure out how to hook the factory one up. So I was able to put a speedo back on the truck. Made me very happy. Just super simple, man. Like, everything was so simple about setting this truck up. I didn't expect it to be that simple, but everything just plugged in and I turned it on. It was like, everything's working. It was a miracle. Another thing that people notice when they walk up and look at the truck, they see the turbos in the bed and they're like, wait a minute, where's the cold side? And then they look inside and they see this pipe running right up the transmission tunnel. And they're like, dude, you're gonna burn your leg. And I'm like, but check this out. You know, so with it being such a long pipe and it being aluminum dissipates heat very well. And again, I'm not a genius, but I'm just telling you, I tested it and it worked. The pipe being so long, the air has such a long time to travel, it almost acts like its own intercooler. And the pipe is usually only ambient temperature when driving around. And on 25 pounds of boost, my intake air temps are about 120 degrees. So I have an air to water intercooler in the bed. I haven't hooked up the water yet because I just haven't had to. So I had everybody saying that the carpet was gonna catch on fire and I'm gonna burn my leg and all this other stuff. And it turned out to work really well. And it's kind of a mind trick when you see everything kind of work together and you're like, that's never gonna spool. But it does, we figured it out, especially being a 5.3 with twin 76s. If the turbos were on the engine, it would be hard for it to spool. But with a lot of tuning and the Holley and setting up the nitrous, this thing spools just as good as the race car over there, you know what I mean? So I've been super happy with it. I think a lot of people told me things were never gonna work, and I just kind of went for it and tried it, and I didn't care if I lost a few races. I was learning, you know what I mean? So we put it together. Maybe we didn't do things, maybe we didn't do what everybody else is doing, because that's a cookie cutter setup and that works. We just decided to have fun with this one and kind of made our dreams come true, you know what I mean? So yeah, I love it for the way it is. And I don't know, sometimes the turbos do get frustrating in the bed, but I don't think I can take them out with how excited it makes people when they see it.